Here's the simplification. Okay, we have a buyer. Buyer calls us. Let me put this up here. Okay, buyer calls, right? There's our buyer. Yay, they call. They want something. What's the first thing we do with them? Ask them questions. What do they want? What's the next thing we do with them? Set them up on a search. That's my computer. That's it. That is
I don't do
all.
that.
You are
I don't do that.
overcomplicating. Okay? Because this is why. If you have a buyer looking for something, what do they want?
A house.
They want a house. Do they want emails that just are like touching base with them to
No,
see?
no, 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 no. I don't do that. What I do before I put them on I don't even put them on a search. I first make sure they get pre-qualified because I'm really a stickler about working with, I don't call you a buyer unless you have a pre-qualification
Okay.
letter. If not, then you're a prospect.
Okay. So I'm gonna offer you a new thought. Even if they are a prospect, if someone calls you asking about properties, the
Mm,
first thing you do is get them on a search.
yeah, okay.
Okay. And I'll tell you why.
Mm,
Because number one, now they go into your database. Now
hmm.
you have their information and you know what they want.
Yeah.
Even if they don't qualify, so then you're going to send them to the lender. There's a lender down here, right? Even if you send them to the lender and let's say they don't qualify, you still have them on a search. They still want a house and they're still going to be looking on Zillow. 100%, I will tell you, they will be looking on Zillow. So
Yeah.
if you have them on a search, guess whose face is in front of them all the time? Yours. It takes away all of that effort of having to keep in touch with them, even if they're not qualified yet. If they're not qualified, then that's great. The next step we do is we work on the qualification. So the lender can give them recommendations of what to do to be able to get qualified. And maybe it takes 6 months. Maybe it takes a year. Who knows? But in that entire time, you still have them on a search. So they could be in a separate line here. They're working on their qualification, but they're still seeing all the listings coming from you. So when they're ready and they're qualified, it's so fast and easy to pull the trigger. Like my number one, you guys, number one trick of what I did when I started this business was I figured out the search. That was it. I don't use tools. I didn't pay for anything else. I didn't send a dang email. Nothing. I still don't. Nothing. Because they get emails from you when you have them on a search. Right? So try not to overcomplicate it. The only people that we usually need to keep like the colder leads that come in, right, that we're dealing with, those are the ones that we put on the long-term drip campaigns that we haven't talked to when we don't know what they want. That's that person, right? But anybody else who's an actual prospect for buying something, that's what we do with them.